Shalom. Hey, I'm Becky, and yeah, I'm Jewish. I'm just trying to get my camera straight. This is my first ever knitting podcast I've ever done. My son just threw that at me in a play, but he didn't tidy it up. I've got my own lemonade. And I've just finished eating shepherd's pie for lunch. I made it. This was the third day, so it doesn't need eating today. What doesn't get eaten will get fed to the dogs. I've got two dogs. One's a black mouth cure, and the other one's a Pomeranian. She's Tinkerbell and he's Rocky. I'm Becky. Hi. And now and then you'll see Eli, not Eli, Levi. Eli's not here. Levi. And you won't see Kafir because he's at school. And Levi is going to be in and out. Is my 12-year-old son. He's got strep throat and rhinovirus, so he's got the week off school because they didn't have the I've got tattoos as well as a Jew, and he's in and out all this week. Well, he's out this week with obviously the rhinovirus and strep throat. They're out of the shot that they could go to school after 24 hours of taking the shot. So the next day they go back to school, and they're out of it, and it could be a few months. It's on the back order. So yeah, that's how many people have had strep throat this year in her clinic. She said it's just been rampant with flu, strep throat. Kids have taken the flu shots and still got come down with flu. She's a pediatrician. Me, Livy, Kafir, and Ricky, my husband, all came down with. Let me pick you up a bit. I'm knitting a blanket, garter stitch and stockinette stitch. It's a little blanket. I want the garter border. I've never done it before, so this is my first try. And if I like it, I'll put it in my store. Well, I'll make a few from my store to be sold online. I am a seamstress, so people do come to my house. I also make sweaters, blankets, rugs, but I'm not gonna be selling anything online or on YouTube. So yeah, I do make things. I'll sell it on my business page, which I haven't given. This is just a podcast. This is just chit chat. And this is my first ever one. I do have ADHD as well, so I don't have the ADHD where I go on to one thing and then go on to another. I'm just hyper, so I randomly sing, I randomly dance. I'm also always happy, joyful, wacky kind of person, so I have a good sense of humour. So if you're up for a laugh, I guess I'm the person, because I'm the class clown. That's what I used to be listed at in school. I'm sorry, I do have the flu or something. I had the flu last week and it's not really cleared up. It's going onto my chest, so we'll keep an eye on that. And at school everyone called me the class clown, and all my family from Tel Aviv, and I grew up in Britain. It was okay. Normal school life, I guess. I had friends and I didn't have friends. Everyone goes through it. So yeah, normal childhood. And been here in the architects for 13 years. The reason I said architects is I'm going to tell you we're under a thunderstorm warning and a tornado watch for the architects, which is Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. I'm not going to tell you my location. Okay, I will. I'm a few hours away from Lake Charles and 6 hours away from Lafayette, New Orleans. So I live 6 hours away from my sister, by marriage. She's my sister-in-law, but we just call each other Sissy. Hey sis, what's going on? That's what we always say every time we call each other. She never says Becky, I never say her name. We just say, hey sis, what's happening? I haven't heard from you for a while, it's been a minute. And she says, she'll say the same thing, it's been a minute, where have you been? Working? Today I'm in my living room. Usually I'm in my office, I work from home. My husband's retired, so you'll hear him in the background coughing, because he's just got over the flu. It appeared rampant. We've all been vaccinated, apart from my husband, who refuses to get the flu shot, because he says it gives him the flu. So if it does, let me know if it gives you the flu. I've never had a thing like that. It's just going to go pick up my son, so you'll probably hear him talk to me. He's retired. He's 20 years older than me, so I'm not scared to give you my age. I am 46. Add 20 onto that and you'll get his age. Oh, it's you, not your dad.
What you saw?
I thought you were your dad going for kefir. Leave your dad that wee shirt. You'll stretch it.
I want to come with Dad.
No, because if you go with Dad, they'll think you're just skiving off school. You're sick, you've got strep throat. You've got to take your pill tonight before you have your dinner, so don't eat nothing else today. You've already had lunch.
I want more, or can I have a waffle?
Neither. You've had a slider and
Hi.
You've had a slider. You've had French fries. You've had 2 sliders and French fries. I am not cooking, not else.
Can I have a popsicle?
Yeah, you can have a popsicle. You can have a snack. Go get you some popsicle. Nothing else. You might be 12 years old and almost same size as me, but I can spank your butt. Ah, yeah, and that's why I don't spank my kids that, but because they will call police on me, so I've never spanked my kids anyway. But they do get disciplined. You're going to fix you lose your phone. Don't lose your phone?
No, ma'am.
No, put that ball down. No ball in the house. If the dogs didn't rip up soccer balls and things like that, that would be outside in the backyard. But because my eldest, well, my biggest dog, will rip up a ball in seconds. I'm just going to put it on nose because I've got to blow my nose. Be back. Sure, no, I'm back. Ugh. I don't know what is wrong. I'm going to take another drink of my lemonade. I see you let the dogs out. Tinkerbell, don't lay there. That's my Pomeranian. She'll lay underneath the... Nope. Under the tripod, and she'll go to scratching and you'll go shaky. She's in the bad books because she came in here this morning, and while I was getting dressed, she thought it would be good fun to empty the trash can all over the place. No, ma'am. No. Do I have string wrapped around my waist and wrapped around you? Everywhere I go, she's up my butt, just like my kids. I have invisible string attached to me and attached to them. She doesn't like being away from me. She hates it. She pines every time she's not with me. Don't you? She's blind. She's blind in one eye and going blind in the other. You can see the cataracts coming across. She is 11. And I did talk to the vet because she does still have her shots. I can make sure that my dogs have got their shots going. And I asked the vet if she could have the cataract surgery. Tinkerbell, you can't be on my knee. The cataract surgery, and they said no because she's 11 and she's expected to live another year or two. That's the expanse of their life is till between 11 and 12 years old. She's already 11. I call her Mimo. She's riddled in arthritis. I call her Mimi or Mimo, which if you live in the deep south, that means grandma. Or call her Bubby, which is grandma in Hebrew. No, I'm not going to learn you how to speak Hebrew. This is just a chit chat knitting. I do crochet and I do Tunisian crochet as well. I used to call it Tunisian knit. Sometimes I call it Tunisian knit, Tunisian crochet. But yeah, each to their own. Each to their own. So this is my first ever making a YouTube video podcast as a knitter. I've been knitting for many years now, almost just over a decade. It's about 12-13 years. I didn't take it. My mum, my Ema, this is how we say mum, my Ema always wanted me to knit with her, and she tried to learn me at the age of how old? I was about 6, 7 when she said, okay, it's time for you to learn to knit with me. You'll love it. And I give her that look like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not going to love it. I put up a fight. I don't want to do it. I can't do it. That kind of fight. And my email said, my mom said, I'll say it easy for you. My mom said, Becky, there's no such thing as can't. It's you will or you won't. There's no such thing as can't. You can't do it. It means you won't do it. So that was my mum's motto. You will, because there's no such thing as can't. You just don't want to do it. Just tell the truth. You don't want to do it. And I said, okay, I don't want to do that thing. It's what grannies do. That's what I said. And she went, you'll be shocked, young lady. You'll be shocked. And I said, prove it. Well, unfortunately, there wasn't YouTube in 1986 when I was 6 years old. And unfortunately, she couldn't prove it because everybody was older, mostly a grandma. And I didn't realise at that age that everybody, even my age, were knitting and crocheting. And I thought it was just a grandma's thing. I'm not yet a grandma. My oldest is 26 and married, but she don't want children. She's a trucker and the only girl in her firm. And she said, Mum, I worked all my life in a man business, being the only female. And I've worked up from the bottom up. And I've taken all the jibes, I've taken all the digs, just to have a baby and start all over again. She said, I'm not doing it. I want to have a life. And I said, baby, you do whatever you want, love. It's your life. You know, leave it for you, no one else. So I don't have no grandchildren. And I was 32, 33 when I started knitting. And I just decided one day to watch. My mum didn't crochet, she just knit. So yeah, if you want to know if she let me to crochet as well, no. So I started watching YouTube and I watched how to crochet. And I crocheted first. And I said, okay, this is pretty fun. This is lovely. I'm enjoying it. And I crocheted for a year, learning all the stitches and all the short words like whips and frog and yarn bath. I learned all them kind of slangs. And I thought, okay, let's try knitting that my mum tried to learn me as a little kid. I don't know what that was. Something went do. I don't know if my earpiece is gone. Silent, I don't know. I hope you can still hear me. Let me see. Putting things down on my phone. No, it's not going to let me do it that way. So knock it off. Knock that off. What is that? I have no messages. Oh, weather warning. Rain and thunderstorms starting in 23 minutes. Severe thunderstorm watch. Severe tornado watch. Well, tornado watch, not severe. I don't know. Is my thing dying? Excuse me. Let me just... Yeah, I think it's dying. Just hold on a minute. Shalom. It was this, my earpiece. So every time I had a phone call, it came through this. And you can hear me as well because it's got a speaker. So I just hope I haven't damaged the sound quality. But now I don't have that, so you'll probably hear everything in the background. Like my husband calling my son to do something. Like clean up after himself or other things. So, yeah. Right now I'm just doing the garter stitch. So as I did the border, I don't need to do the purl stitch right now. And this is not a border, this is just a blanket. I want to see if I like it when I've done it. So the pattern is a garter border with a stockinette stitch in the middle. And then I'm going to crochet a bear or a bunny rabbit, either in white and brown. So I want a brown bear or a white rabbit because I don't have a yellow yarn in my house. Because I made a Easter, I don't celebrate Easter, I do Passover, but I did an Easter outfit for a customer and I have no yellow left. She wanted a t-shirt and pants and it flares at the bottom. You know, like a little flare at the bottom. She wanted that, so that's what I did. And it was, because the child is only tiny, it's about a year old, so she wanted it from 12 months to 18 months. And I crocheted it and I used one skinny yarn, then a little bit, I had a little bit left over, so. What did you do, Rocky? That's my big dog. What did he do? I've got to move you back now. Yeah, I've got a Jewish t-shirt on. What did he do? I don't see anything. Excuse me. Was he sick? Did he just throw up? I don't know, I don't see it on the floor. Oh no, he must have burped, and while you burp and you throw up a little bit. I think he just did that and swallowed it back. That's gross. Why are dogs so gross? Tell me. Tell me, please. Why is it so gross? That was disgusting, y'all. Ew. Because he burps. And I mean, oh no, but that. He burps and he sounds like a grown man. Like a human man. When he burps. But I thought, but it looked like he threw up. And my Pomeranian Tinkerbell looked at him like, ew. My son has got, my son has got tutoring this afternoon. So he don't come home until 5:30. 5:30. I'm missing him because he's a clinger, and you'll always see that one if I'm doing a podcast. So in May, when the kids break up here in America for summer vacation or summer holiday, whatever you like to call it, he will be either behind me or on my knee, and he's 8. He has ADHD and he has anxiety of me leaving. I guess because when he was 1, of course, I had to work. I didn't leave him with a childminder. I left him with family who were willing to take him. I didn't put him in daycare, sorry. And I did that. He used to always be my sister until he was 2. So she had him for a year before she passed. And then COVID hit, and he got used to me being around. And from COVID, I started doing my work then online. I shut everything down. You can't pay rent if you're not, selling. So I shut everything down and decided to sell online. I know my customers are waiting for me to post new things on my store online. But right now I'm just trying I'm doing different swatches of patterns that I think might look good. I have done a few sweatshirts and I've posted them on my Facebook page. But my Facebook page is different name to my online Google search because Facebook won't let me change it. And I've already changed it never, so that would have been the first time I've changed it. Because I went from Arena's Country Girl Boutique to Arena's handmade clothing. And don't ask me why I have a Maltese name, but I do. My grandfather in the Second World War, my mum's grandfather, went to Malta and he saw this flower, and it's also Greek, and it means most holy on both. Maltese and Greek, it comes under Most Holy. And my grandfather came across that name and he liked it. And he said, I'm going to call this to one of my daughters. And so it wasn't my mum's, it was my dad's grandfather. Because I'm called after my bubby, my grandma, which is my dad's mum's name. It's her middle name. It's my middle name. So I'm Becky Arenas. And she was Ethel Arenas. So that's my son's diabetes machine. Hold on, please, hold on. Oh, it's signal lost. Okay. It's in my bedroom. It's not in here, so I've lost signal. So he's on his own at keeping he's already got this little, it looks like a phone, but it's not, you can't make no calls on it, you can't watch nothing on it. It just monitors his diabetes, his type 1 diabetic, and he's got his Dexcom on his arm. So that's me saying I've lost connection with his Dexcom. I'm out of the 33 feet distance. So it's a bit further than me than 33 feet. So yeah. When I'm in the living room, he's in the bedroom, my bedroom, of all places. He says he likes being in there, on my bed, because it's bigger. So I've got queen size. We lose signal when it's not in here. So right now he's in my bedroom. I constantly lose signal if he's in his own bedroom, but he likes to be in mine, so I have no problem with that. As long as you don't make my bedroom a mess, which he probably does. There is a few water bottles in there, because I don't have no soda. I have no soda pop in my house, or as you call it, pop. If you're Scottish, you call it juice. I have nothing like that in my house because of Levy. He doesn't care if he's diabetic that way. He's a kid, so forgive him. He will go into the kitchen and he will help himself to sodas, and he'll drink them and then go back, get another one, drink it, go back, get another one, drink it. At one point I had to put a lock on my door, the fridge door. Now that fridge is no longer, and I've got a freezer box of fridge. I had a freezer on this side and a fridge on this, typical American fridge. And I had to put a lock on that door. And I thought, no, it's 12 now. Well, it was 11 when I took it off. And I said, nope. Turn your music down, Livy. Because it's Levy Henry, and if I use his middle name, Henry. Thank you. If I use his middle name, Henry, because it's called after his American. No! Levy! Now his dad's gonna get wondering what's happening. Sheila, I'm sorry. My husband came in and that's what I was talking about. It's a weird marriage.
Where are you going?
I'm going here to shit. I'm shitting all over myself. Leave me alone.
That's what you get. Henry asks, where you going, where you going? So he just came out and said random thing. He chose the worst one to say. So if you heard him say he'd pooped himself, leave me alone, then yeah, excuse it. He uses random words to his dad. If Levy asks, because he always asks, where you going, what you doing? That's his ADHD as well. And he's also a Klingon to both parents. He wants to know where you're going, what you're doing. 12-year-old. I tell you, he keeps tabs on us more than we keep tabs on him. Because he's got I do keep tabs on him. I've got this thing that says find my child. And it's attached to his phone. And it shows you in real time where my child is. So it'll bring it up on the map or the area, like Google Map, and it shows you where it's travelled. So, you know, the Google world, where you can see the, all around the world. And you see the houses. That's what it looks like on Find My Child. And he's got that on his phone. And I track him that way. So I don't have to keep saying, where are you? And if he's in a spot where I don't know, I get on my phone instantly. And I say, where are you at? Oh, I've gone to Sonic with my friend's mum. We'll be back in a minute. Oh, we've gone to Target. Or we're heading to Target. We'll be back in a minute. And I'm like, neither one of you decided to call and see if it was okay for me to let you go. And I keep telling him, you've got to let me go. No, even if she's one of my friends, you've still got to say, look, I'm going with so-and-so. I'll be back shortly. And my destination is here. Because it's like, what about if you have a crash, an accident, right? And you've never told me where you're going. And I just see you standing in one place, and next minute I look at where you're at and it says hospital. I'm going to be saying, why the heck have you gone to the ER? And I'm there calling your number, and the doctor answers, oh, Levy's been in an accident, blah, 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 blah. How do you think that's going to make me feel? So I would like my son to call me and say, Emma, I'm going to so-and-so place with so-and-so. Is it okay? And of course I'll say yes, because they like to travel everywhere with each other. I go to his girlfriend's mum's house, and she's my bestie. And she comes here. So we, switch it out. There's my coffee cup. And behind me, it says wine. Wine is like duct tape. It fixes everything. No, it doesn't. I just got it because it said that. It's just my sense of humour again. Do I drink wine? Sometimes I do drink red wine only at Passover. And that's it. Once a year, Passover. And it's with a Passover meal. And I always seem to attend places like the synagogue or temple and eat my Passover meal with everybody in the community. That's in the Jewish community. And I could have taken any of my friends, because all my friends are Christian. All my friends are Christian that I've got children, and they're friends with mine. So I'm like, I don't care what your faith is. You're friends with my kid. You want to be friends with me? Okay, deal. I don't care. Come on, join the bandwagon. Let's all have fun. And that's the way I am. I make friends with everybody. Nobody's a stranger to me. And is I start the conversation. I say, hey, I'm Becky. I'm either Levi's mum or Kefir's mother. How you doing? And that's me breaking the ice. That's it, done. Then we talk, and then we get friends, and then we become besties. As we share our lives together. And my bestie is girlfriend's mum. She has 2 kids, both with ADHD, like mine. One severe, and I've got one with severe ADHD and a little bit of anxiety. And that's Gaffer. You'll see him behind me or on my knee. He doesn't go far. He doesn't like being away from me. He'll be silly. He'll pretend to chew on my arm if I'm doing a recording just to get your attention or to get my attention. Then he'll stop. He'll go do something. Then he'll come back, chew on me again. It's like, dude, you just done that 5 minutes ago. And he'll go away, come back again. I'm going to see if I did it. So I've got 2 more to go. So no, I don't use stitch markers. How odd. And yeah, he'll chew on me to get your attention. So you got to write in the comments, like, come on, Kefir, give up with your mom. She's talking. She's working on a project. Let her do it. She needs her arms to work. So he likes that back chat. On one of my other channels, nothing to do with knitting or crochet. It's a journey of a Jewish girl, because I like travelling. He'll do the same on there, and a few people on one of my videos have commented, is something wrong with your son? Or some have said, leave your mum alone, she's busy. She's trying to talk and trying to show people everything. Quit putting your mouth on your mother's arm. Some have said, it's gross, quit him from doing that. I've tried. Believe me, I've tried doing that. I've told him, look, I'm walking here and there, everywhere. I'm meeting people. I'm picking up, road dirt as I'm walking. I'm picking up everything if I'm outside. Don't need to be putting your mouth on me. I'm picking up pollen. Gee whiz, it's really bad right now. Here, pollen on the tree. Then we've got that white stuff that looks like cotton further down the street. Soon that'll be falling off the trees. And then that's where I get really sick with allergies then. And yeah. I'm sorry about the sniffling. I don't like to sniffle in my videos. I really don't. This is it right now. Because I knit continental, I'm pretty quick. It works up quicker continental than it does the UK version or European way, where you flick it over. Because that's how I learnt to knit, believe it or not. Just flicking it over my needles. Sometimes on my podcast, I'll probably have a drink of coffee with you, if you want to join me. My favourite cup's here side of me. It's not just that one. This is my favourite cup, and it says, if I can, I've still got some coffee in it because the fly went on it. I said I'm not going to drink it. It says, of course I talk to God. Who else can I trust? You're saying it backwards, but yeah. Of course I talk to God. Who else am I going to trust? I used to be a Hasidic Jew. Then I left that and I wanted freedom. And I went into Orthodox Jew. I'm still an Orthodox even though I'm with the Reformed Jews. And I'm also a Messianic Jew, which the Reformed Jews know about. The only thing I don't mention Yeshua around them, because they don't believe in him, so that's their choice. I didn't believe in Yeshua, Jesus Christ, until the age of 37 after I broke my back 8 years ago. Because, well, 8.5 years ago, I broke my back just before I gave birth to my 8-year-old, Kafir. And I had treatment to walk again, a stem cell treatment. Yes, there's a downside to that. I'm left with skeletal pain or skeletal dysfunction. It's constant pain. You can be in chronic pain. It does get really, really bad, and you feel like all your bones are breaking, and I can barely walk. But I refuse to get back in the wheelchair. It wasn't a thing for me. So I was blessed to walk again, regardless of the side effect of the stem cell. It can leave you with skeletal dysfunction, which is skeletal pain, other problems. And I've only got that one, just that one. And yes, I don't use a catheter bag, never did. But I did use, if you are in a wheelchair, hello, I know how it feels, I've been there. I do have a broken back. I'm still broken from chest down. T2. Even though I can walk again, I'm still listed as a paraplegic. And I don't feel all my body in part, even in my legs, some parts I feel, some parts I still don't. I've got ligament problems. I've still got to build my ligaments up in my ankles because they will give way and I do fall over and almost. But I've only been walking 6 months, so I don't use a walking frame. I did for a long time. It started a year ago, did the treatment, and I've only been walking 6 months properly on long distance. It's been 3-4 months where I didn't use a walker. So it's almost a year I've been walking. Sorry. So 3 or 4 months ago, I started walking without any aids. No walking cane anymore. I give it to my husband. I said, here, take that thing. And I've still got the walking frame. I'm trying to give it to people that want it. So if I see that you can't walk with it, I just want you to take it. And hopefully it helps your walking. I had it given by a friend. She would want it back. She had a knee replacement and they told her to get a walking frame to help her walk. And she took the walking frame and she was on it for a few months and then handed it back. Well, she handed it to me. She bought it. She says, look, you're learning to walk. I've got this. And I said, thank you so much. Now I'm looking for someone else to take it off my hands if whoever's struggling to walk. I don't want no money for it. If it helps you walk, hey, I'm all for it if you want to walk. You know, like if you've got arthritis in your knees and everything. I'm dreading that. I'm 46 years old and I'm dreading getting arthritis. I've got it in these 2 fingers. I'm dreading getting it anywhere else. My index finger is turning inward. So I've got it in that one. I've been told I'll get in my hands first because I do a lot of things with my hands. Go figure. So yeah, I've just put my knitting down and picking it back up because I just needed that drink. My throat went dry. So before I start coughing and spluttering everywhere because my throat's dry, I took a drink. Tinkerbell's still laying over there. She's lying next to a sleeping baby. She should be waking up soon. Shani will be waking up. You won't see her because she's only 9 months old. And I don't put my kids on YouTube facial wise until they're at least 7, 8. Only if they want to. And of course, my 2 boys are all gun ho for it. But my eldest is 26, and really my youngest is 9 months. I have 3 girls, 4 boys, and 2 angel babies, a girl and a boy. One of the children are 26, that's 11. Here's the twin of Elizabeth. And we cut her name down to Libby so that my dad, who had a stroke just before, a few months before she was born, he had a stroke. He couldn't say Elizabeth, so we cut her name down to Libby, and it stuck. And then we had Stephanie, Levi, who's 25, so she's a year between my 2 daughters. Then I've got Paul, who is 20. Then I've got Jason, who is 14. You won't see him.
Yeah.
Jason, your brother. So he won't be on the video.
Who's Jason?
Your brother, you know your brother.
Is that his Jewish name?
No, he's got a Finnish name because his dad was Finnish, called Jaska. It translates to Jason. And then I've got Levi Henry. And I've got
Tefir.
Cheyenne.
Or Rain.
Cheyenne Rain. And Kefir. And Shani. And then I've got Tinkerbell and Rocky, my 2 dogs. My goodness, she is a Pomeranian and she does bark like one.
What's a Pomeranian?
What Tinkerbell is, that's the breed of the dog.
Oh, so they club cheeks.
No, she's called a Pomeranian.
Is she a boy or a girl?
Henry, Levi, stop being crazy. See, I called him Henry because that's his middle name.
Everybody know what this could be.
No idea, kiddo. Stop it. He's being so silly right now. He thinks he's funny. But right now he's far from being funny.
I'm far being crazy.
Oh, darling. You got my sense of humour. Of course you cry. No, you don't have my chocolate bar. You are diabetic and type 1. That will kill you. Give it me.
What do you mean? I eat it.
And, Levi, I'm not playing.
I didn't take my pills.
Levi, you did take your pills. No, you didn't take your pills this morning. Please go get them.
Too late.
No, you can take them. Go get them. No, because if your brother comes home, you're going to be fighting.
No.
He did not take his ADHD medicine.
That's
And
what
we've got a little window left where you can take it. I'm going to pause you. Shalom, I'm back.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
So that's Friday, Saturday. You don't need to be in him like that. They had a medicine, Henry.
And they're candy.
I called him Henry because it's his middle name and he hates it. It's been a terror. I mean, yesterday he was quiet because he was so sick with strep throat. He started his pills this morning. It seems to be okay with him. He's picking him up. And he forgot to take his ADHD medicine. Sorry, my nose hurts. I think I'm going to sneeze, so try not to. He forgot to take his ADHD medicine this morning. I completely had the other one to look after. Running headless with him. And yeah, he let it sleep. I didn't take my pills today. Like, Ema, I forgot to take my pills. Can you get me them? He's got a window until 2, it's just turned 2 o'clock. He's got till 2:30 to take his pills. And until after that, he can't take them. So he was trying to get a day with that pills, and when his brother comes home, he'll be punching the heck out of his brother. They'll be fighting like cat and dog, and the one that took his pill, which is Kefir, he'd be wondering what's wrong with his brother. Does his brother not love him anymore? Because he keeps saying, does Levy love me? I say, yeah, of course he loves you. You're just brothers, you fight like cat and dog. But yeah, when Levy doesn't take his pills, he can be a bit of a heavy hand and a little bit of aggression with his brother. He gets a bit cheeky with me, but I put him in his place, and all I need to do is take his phone away. And he was like a kid at 2, crying for his phone, and I said, no, you're not having it. So yeah, I do take his phone away, so he does get disciplined. I didn't pick up my knitting after taking his pill. I've got something to show you. This never sold, so she wears it. She's still asleep, and I just checked on her to see if it's okay. But it's a jacket. I made it for a 1-year-old. But she's big, she's tall, she's in, well, depending on what material, but she'll fit a 1-year-old onesie or a poplar vest if you're in Britain, and a 1-year-old's tights or pantyhose or jeans or any leggings she'll fit. On some, it depends on the material. She wears jeans, they've got to be 9 to 12. If the leggings, they've got to be 12 to 12, straight 12 months or 12 to 18. So she's weird. So I made this for a 1-year-old boy. And that's it. And I think any little girl can also pull this off. I crocheted it, and I think a 1-year-old little girl, well, she's 9 months old, little girl can pull it off. And I never sold it after I fold it up. How did I have it folded? There. I never sold it, and I said, okay, she has it. She's worn it once in January, when we had the freezing snow for the first time in Louisiana. We only get snow every 2-3 years, maybe 4 years. And we had a week long of freezing rain, basically frozen snow. And it was so crazy. Oh, my nose. Sometimes that you wish that you could actually sneeze and it doesn't hurt. So I'm going to take another drink. And I've got 2 whips in progress. I'm doing that one. And this is a blanket. My crochet hook came off. And I've got feathers because my sofa is a feather sofa. And I'm blooming hairy. But my husband liked it. I don't. So I'm doing that stitch in a blanket. And I'm using red heart yarn, and it's always coarse to me. It's very stiff, very rough. I don't really like. So I'm going to go down. I'll never go at this while I talk to you, because I want this done and gone. And oops, I do. And I just don't like red heart yarn. I like Lion brand. I like Mandela. I like all soft yarns. The softer the better. But the really softer ones are what do you call it? I forgot what I'm doing here. Oh, okay. I had to rip it out a little bit. I had to frog it because I've not worked on it for like a week. My brain's had a brain fart. Yes, through all three. Then you go here. I don't know. I'm going to frog up one more because I can't seem to get the drift. Ah, now I see. So yeah, now I get it. You know, sometimes you just got to frog it back. It's through all three. Then you go here. Right, I got it. So I'm going to crochet a little bit. Just a little bit of knitting. Please sneeze. So you're just not building me up with nasty gunky stuff in my nose. Because even if you don't sneeze, you're still going to get gunked up. And it's like, gee whiz. Why me? And then, nope. Why am I going wrong? So it's ding, ding, two, ding. Uh-oh. What did she do? She probably threw up, but he calls her own names and the son is a jerk. Do I get along with my husband? Not really. I did interfaith marriage. He's not the friendliest Christian ever. And like I said, all my friends are Christian. Other than my Jewish community friends. So I don't hang out with no one really who's Jewish yet.
You got any cars?
Yeah! I'll get them.
What she said?
They said yeah.
I'll get them.
Okay.
Shut up, I'm back. How many times am I going to say that? My husband has a torn up stomach. And I asked him, did you just call my dog a bitch? He said, no, I didn't. I called myself it. Cut himself out. So his tummy's a bit torn up. And yeah. Because I thought, why is he calling my dog a bitch? Even though she's a female dog. But why is he cussing her out? I don't understand the cuss out, so I said, did you call my dog a bitch? He went, no, I didn't call her that. I called myself it. Because I caught myself out. I went, oh. Usually says a worse word than that. He is a redneck. It's been called a redneck. Like, why do you like that name? He said, because I am a bloody redneck. If you don't believe me, ask my friends. I'm like, okay. Because they're rednecks too. Yeah, he's got the mannerism of a redneck. You get some good rednecks, you get some buggers. I've got the bugger redneck. His friends are no better. Believe me. His friends don't like Jews. So do they clash with me? No. Because I make them... I say you're going to talk to me. Whether you like it or not, you're going to say hi, at least. And they'll say hi. Because I'll come out and say, hey, trouble, what's going on? And they'll look at me. And I said, yeah, I'm talking to you, how's things? And they'll say, good. And then I go about my way. Because really I won't make you talk to me if you don't want to. It doesn't hurt me. It used to. When I was in my 20s, it used to hurt. But as I grew older, it was like, screw it. I'm over it. You know, after you reach 34, 35, you kind of like, screw it. It's not worth my energy. I've got better things to worry about. And I do. I've got 2 kids with ADHD. Myself, my sense of humour is wacky. Maybe that's why they don't understand. Maybe that's why they don't like me. But yeah, he normally does. No, he normally, don't know. I ain't like doing the laundry. But he took it on 8 years ago and I broke my back. And every time I try and offer to help, it's like, no, you don't want to do. I'm like, yeah, I do. Who did the laundry before I broke my back? Me. So, yeah. I learnt to walk to get him off my back. He called me lazy. His friends call me lazy. Or gimpy. I hate that name. Hey, gimp. When are you going to walk again? I broke my back, dude. Bringing a child into the world. So yes, an epidural damaged my spinal cord. Paralysing me from chest down. They're supposed to go into your lumbar spine to give you epidural. No, this doctor went straight into my T9. Did not even attempt to go into my lumbar spine. He went straight into my T9, which is above my belly button. Way out of the epidural space. And he said, I can't get the epidural in. You've got scarring from your last epidural. Because I only had 1 epidural before this one. Because all my other children, up until Levy, I give birth with no pain relief. And my sister-in-law said, you'll love the epidural. You don't feel nothing. And I said, I'm okay at giving birth with no pain relief. I find a happy place, and that's where I go. And she went, no, trust me, try the epidural, promise. So I had an epidural, and I had severe back pain for like 3 years after giving birth to Levy. But I didn't feel anything. And she says, "Did you like it?" I said, "Yeah." I didn't feel no pain, it was weird. And she says, "Of course it's weird." And she says, "Do it again if you ever get pregnant." So I got pregnant again, and with Kiefer. I had to end up having a C-section because I had preeclampsia severe, and I had to have an epidural because of that fact that I could have a C-section. So yeah, they went straight to a T9. They said, "We can't do it because you've got scarring from the last epidural you had. So we're going to go up with TT7, which is just under your breastbone." And I said, "Okay, that's new to me." And they said, "It's rarely done. It's never really done. You'd be the second person I've done it to in 20 years as a doctor. Well, anaesthetist." And I said, "You've been a anaesthetist for 20 years and I'm the second person you've ever done this to?" You said, "Yeah, because it's barely anybody getting it done. We don't need to go that high." So I said, "Okay, you're the anaesthetist, you're basically a doctor, you know what you're doing." And the damage to my spinal cord from T2 straight down to my T12 end plate, paralysing me from chest down. Felt nothing, had no control of anything. And that's my organs inside. So I still have the 40% lung capacity. Excuse me, 40% of lung capacity. So that's why I always sometimes sound like I'm breathless, but I'm not. And that's it. I don't have no control still as I'm walking. I have no control over my kidneys or bowels. So they're two where they still don't work. They're still dead. So yeah, I use medical devices for that. No, I do not have a colostomy bag. They was going to give me one a year after the accident. I'll call it an accident because it could happen to anybody. So they offered the colostomy bag. I said, "Heck no. I'll use a digital stimulation." And they said, "Okay." I said, and I still do use it today. I've been told that may never ever come back. If it doesn't come back within this year, then I'm never going to get it back. So yeah, that's a bit of me. But I learnt to walk because I got sick and tired of being called lazy, a gimp, useless. And how can you be a mother if you're in a wheelchair? There's lots of mums out there that's paraplegics, quadriplegics, and they're doing a perfect job. And I used to clean up in a wheelchair. I used to mop a floor, sweep a floor, vacuum a floor, or, you know, I have a sweeper and I have a vacuum that's not heavy. If I used it, even now, if I use a heavy vacuum cleaner, it hurts my back. So I use my lightweight vacuum cleaner, and it's like a little goblin kind of thing. Like you can handle it and do your business like that. And it's got a handle on it, so it's upright. So yeah. Oh my goodness, we've got rain. It's absolutely heavy rain. It's no thunderstorm, and that's why my room looks so so dark. It's not usually dark in here if it's a nice sunny day. So I do have my light on. I have my lamp on all the time. I even leave it on to go to bed. So if one of the kids walk from their bedroom, because opposite me is my son's front bedroom, and there's my office, then there's mine, then there's kitchen, then there's a bathroom. It's a Jack and Jill bathroom. It leads into a bedroom. That's my husband's bedroom. And then the other bedroom's my other son's bedroom. So, yeah, that's the set out of this bathroom. I have my own bathroom, which the kids use my bathroom because it's cleaner. I've cleaned my husband's bathroom until I'm blue in the face. No sooner am I cleaning this pee back on the floor, pee all over the toilet. Typical man thing. Not all men are like that, but some men. And I don't mind it. But I don't like a dirty bathroom. I'm just folding it over. This is what I do when I'm not working on it. I'm just going to put it there for now. I'll probably finish it off and add another colour to it after I've spoken to you. So probably for podcast 2, I might have started a new colour. Yeah. A new colour on that yarn, or I'm halfway through making this purple blanket. I've been on here for over an hour now, so it's pretty long. Yeah, vlog or whatever you call it. It's a knitting vlog, isn't it? It's my first ever video on here on this channel, but yeah, I've got another channel, and it's the journey. It used to be a journey of a Jewish paraplegic girl, because I used to go everywhere around where I live and going to the boardwalk and walking along there, showing you everything. And then I changed it to the journey of a Jewish girl after I learned to walk, because I'm no longer in a wheelchair. So I took off the para. I was going to make that channel into how to use a catheter, what you do with digital stimulation. And then I looked on YouTube and I found out there was a lot of videos showing you how to do it. I learned to transfer because they didn't really learn me much in the Architects how to transfer. If I went to Georgia, I would have been shown how to transfer. If I went to Florida, I would have been learned how to transfer, but because this hospital isn't worth this. There's a thunder. We're in a tornado watch, in every tornado watch right now. And the clouds are weird. If they go green, I mean green, like a snot green, you've got a tornado coming. I'm trying to look for a green. Okay, here's my juice. Nope, that's not the juice. Okay, I've got paper here. If it's that green in the sky, look for a tornado, because there's one in your area. All you that live in America and you're in the tornado alley, you know what I'm talking about. But sometimes it's a darker green as well. So it's not just like a light green, it's dark, dark green. Unfortunately, I don't have nothing. Okay, yes I do, I'm a liar. Forgive me. If it looks like this green in your cloud, and the rest of the cloud is very dark, dark grey, look for a tornado, look for the funnel, because there's one in your area. I've only seen this green 5 times in my 11 years here. Not my 11 years here, I've been here 13 years. My son's 12, I've been here 13. So, If you see that green in your clouds, then you know there's a tornado. And sometimes you don't see nothing and it just whips up out of nowhere. And that's what I call a spontaneous EF1, EF2. It just pops up and it's like, where did that come from? I've had one pop up. I was in Nakadish visiting my other sister-in-law, and one popped up in that area out of blue. There was a warning, but there was no green clouds. And one just hit, and I was like, what do we do? Where do we go? Do you have a basement? She went, no, I've got an interior closet. You're going to have to go in there. Here's me, shaking in my boots. Because I had cowboy boots on that day, and jeans. And I just said, Henry, he was only a baby. And she said, you're going to have to get in my closet with your kid. And we're all going to have to fit in there. And I was like, oh my gosh, we've got a big house here. An house full. Where are we going to all fit? And she went, you can't stand up. You've got to sit down. And she told everybody, find a seat. Kneel down. Head down. Don't stand up. Because anything can fly through and hit you. Get to the ground level. So you go on the floor level. So here we are. As it feels like I'm in a, bomb shelter. Sure, it's similar. Because this is where we'd have to hang out if America did get bombed. This is where we'd have to hang out. I've got an interior closet right there in front of me. And she says, if you've got an interior and you're, going to get a war or whatever, heaven forbid, please don't bring a war to America. Please don't. I really mean it. Do not. I'm not good with war. I'm literally not. I do have anxiety on that. So, even fireworks make me jump out my skin. Yes, I'm a former soldier, but I wasn't a former IDF. I was with the Royal Air Force, British Army. Well, British Air Force. From leaving school up until nearly having my baby daughter, my first daughter. That is till I'm going off to go get my son from school. And this humming outside. We do not have no tornado sirens around here. But we've been hearing that humming day and night. There's thunder again. Day and night, day and night. Yes, my light's just flickered. It'll probably go off. It happens. We always have an outage. I don't know. I've got like a bad feeling now. I really have a bad feeling. And when I have bad feelings, it happens. Because I've got this, like it's affecting my whole body. When you get scared and something bad's going to happen. And you get it from top to toe and it goes all over your body. Even thunder scares me. I'm not scared of thunder. I love it. But the first big bangs of thunder, it does make me jump a little bit. But then after that, I'm used to it. So the first two bangs might make me flinch a little. But what I'm really scared of is like war. I'm scared of war. I'm a softie. I never used to be scared. I used to be scared of thunder. Completely. If thunder happened, I'd hide under the table when I was little. And my mum and dad used to say, what is wrong with you? Get out. And my mum used to always have this tablecloth that almost touched the floor. And I said, no, I'm staying under here. You can't see me. I can't see you. That can't see me. And she said, thunderstorms can't see you, baby. I said, I don't care. I don't like it. It sounds like bombs coming down. So, yeah. I don't like... I've got dog hair all over me. Tinkerbell's hair. She's a Pomeranian. If you've got a Pomeranian, you know what theirs like. I'm constantly vacuuming in this floor or sweeping it up. And yeah, I used to hide under the table and also with thunderstorms. Right now my living room smells of lavender and what is it? Lavender and vanilla. It smells really nice, and coffee. It smells like mocha coffee. Because I've got a coffee candle over there. Not made by me. I don't know how to make candles. I'm rubbish at that. I don't even know how to make soap. If I did, I'd make a lovely soap of lavender and stuff, because I love lavender. Rumbles like that don't bother me. It's just the big bangs. The first two. The tree in the front yard there, it used to be a tree. There's no tree there now. It got, you know, they say lightning doesn't strike twice in the same place. No, it doesn't. But that poor tree got struck twice, and the second time it split it, but it didn't make it fall over, and it started leaning that way. Yes, I've got tattoos even though I'm a Jew. I went against my father. My dad didn't like it. He didn't speak to me for nearly a year. And it leaned that way, and it was going to fall onto the two houses across the street because it was one of those pine trees. So my next door neighbour took it down. So he's just got a little stub left in his yard for him to remove later. But yeah. But I've got a bad feeling something's going to happen, something bad. If he's not feeling good, I'm going to have to walk to school in the rain and pick up my son from after school studies, which is, he comes out at 5:30. Between 5:15 and 5:30. One of the classes come out at 5. They come outside and they sit and they have a snack, and then you can pick them up at 5:15 or you can pick up at 5:30. I try to get there for about 5:20, 5:25. And I wait for my kid to come over to me. I don't go over. So then we'll stand away from the school. We're not one of those that crowd you, you know. And other mothers have decided to copy, and I get out of my car and I stand up and chat to the other mothers. Like I said, I'm a talker. I'll talk to anybody. I don't know, I've got this bad feeling. I hate this feeling. I haven't had this feeling since I was a kid. And yes, something bad did happen. You know what, a mother's intuition, where she has that gut feeling and it's bad? Well, my gut feeling, it's not a mother's intuition. There's nothing wrong with my kid. I know that because I don't have that fear. It's not a mother fear. It's something bigger. Will I talk about faith on here? No. It's knitting, you know, podcasts of knitting, crochet, Tunisian knit. I'm not going to talk about faith. What was that? I don't know. Did something just fall down here? If it did, please. I saw something out the corner of my eye. If it did, please leave it in the comment box. I'll leave it open. I'll put it to world. So I won't press whether it's for kids or not. I'll just post it without saying, oh, it's for kids. If it's for kids, it won't let no one talk. If it's not for kids, then people can talk. Or you can also just ignore them two things and just post it. And it goes worldwide. You've got the world on it. It looks like a world. I'll probably just leave it with the world where anyone can talk. Just say hi, I don't care. Come and join me. I'm a talker. I'll talk the socks off. I don't care. I'm just going to go and I'm going to figure out what this fear is I've got inside me. Nothing's changed in the clouds. I look over there and I face Jerusalem. That's east. I'm looking at my car. Hey, at least the green, what is it, pollen has gone off my car. It's literally gone. It's not as green. It's a silver car. And it was green with the pollen. There's no green on it now. So all my windows are clear of the green stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go. I've been on 1 hour, 25 minutes, just chit chat. On and off. Seeing to the kids, seeing to my clothes. I only had 2 pieces of clothing. The kids had 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of clothing. That's it. My eldest, no, not my eldest, because my 26-year-old daughter, excuse me, and I was doing the ages one, with the girls. I did go off with the girls and boys. I've got 3 daughters, 4 boys, and not in that order. I've got 2 girls, 4 boys, and then a girl. And then I can't have no more children. I got my tubes tied, and medically I had to have a full hysterectomy, so I don't have no more children in my future. So, yeah. The ages are 26, 25, 20. That was Paul. I got Tiaska, didn't I? That's where Levi butted in. It's Levi Henry. And Levi butted in. We used to Levi, used to Levi. He butted in, and that's where I stopped. So Jason is 14. Levi's 12. Kafir is 8. Shani is 9 months. I think I did it anyway. I think I went over through because I said Shani at end. So, yeah, she's still, if I don't wake her up in the next, she sleeps for about 2 hours anyway. I've only been on 1 hour and 28 minutes. She's been asleep 1 hour and 34 minutes, 35 to 40, 1 hour 40 minutes. She should be waking up. But like I said, you'll never see her because I don't show my children until they're at least 8, and I ask for their permission. So I don't just randomly show my kids. You know, everyone deserves privacy. Not everybody wants a camera. My dad didn't like a camera shoved in his face. My mum used to always take photographs when I was little, so I'm used to a camera being shoved in my face. But trying to get my dad's photograph, it was like trying to get blood out of a stone. He wasn't ugly. I looked like him. He's a skinnier version than me. Very skinny. My son's identical to him. And it was like trying to get blood out of a stone. And every time you took a photograph of him, he'd stick his tongue out at you. So you'd have a photograph with my dad sticking his tongue out. I think it's just before he got dementia, he started letting you take his photograph and smile. When he started getting dementia, start of it. And then when he got severely down with dementia, we didn't take no more photographs. It was like, he was there, you know who he was, but his soul was empty. person's there. The shell of the person's there, but the person isn't, no longer there. He forgot everybody. He was also going into the Alzheimer's, because sometimes you start with dementia and then lead on to Alzheimer's. He was leaning onto Alzheimer's disease. He could no longer drink. He could no longer swallow. He couldn't talk anymore. If he could talk, he didn't. He just went silent. One morning he woke up and he didn't speak. And we said, "Are you okay?" And he didn't answer. And he stared off into space, or he'd look at his hands. And then my niece had her first son, her first child. And my dad's face lit up. So he used to like holding my nephew. When my nephew went away, back home, my dad would go back in his shell and just like they do. So my sister had a reborn doll, and she handed it to her mum. So when my dad's kind of went into his own world, I call it, their own world, they're no longer in ours, they're in their own. She put a newborn reborn into his arms, and his face lit up like it was a real baby. So, yeah. Unfortunately, he passed before I could say goodbye. So, yeah, I've got a lot going on. My mama's not even here anymore. And again, she passed suddenly. And I didn't get to say goodbye to her either. I just moved you forward. I've just sat on. Yep, another bang of thunder. It just sounds like scattered thunderstorms to me. But I'm going to try and lift you up a little bit with my tripod. There we go. So you can see top of my head. Yeah, but that's me. That's me going now. Again, keep saying it, but I'm not left. Me and Levy are into astronomy. We like space stuff. Do I believe in aliens? I'm sure you can ask me that question because I said I believe in space stuff. I don't know. Maybe. I'm starting to see a lot of videos where there is evidence now of aliens. So maybe. And with President Trump saying, yeah, there is aliens, and he's admitted it, presidents don't lie. I'm not a Trumper, no. I don't like no politician. They all lie. I wonder what it'd be like if, give over, Henry, if the people, see, I've just used his middle name, you don't like it. What was I going to say now? Yeah, I wonder if the people of the country run it, and I mean people of the country, like everybody, not just one single unit, that everyone run the world, and you bring in your ideas to the table and you give them out like that, what would the world be like? Is that you good for? Okay, shalom, shalom.